Again, Mobility Joint fans, we have one from Mobility Joint Collection 3. It is something. I don't even know what robot this is. I think it's got a Rezel, but I might be wrong. This is, it came out in 2022, so Bandai has no, they don't care if you know English. So, it's interesting. Anyways, this is going to contain the robot. Next to it, we have the accessory pack, which will make it different somehow. But let's just start off and see what the stock one looks like. There's no instructions at all on this, so we're gonna have to keep the box handy. What I don't like is, first, it doesn't tell you what it is in English. Second, they don't show the backside of this thing, so it's really kind of hard to figure out these things sometimes because there's no instructions. This gum is tasty and all to chew on, but it only lasts like 30 seconds. And then it has paper foil stickers, which are not obviously as good as paint or decals. But I'm pretty sure these are meant for children. But children that are smart enough to figure things out without instructions. Unlike me. You're gonna have to, take these off the sprues. I find the stickers, if it's a super flat area, I'll use them, but if there's any sort of compound surfaces, it's just better off to paint, I think. You can obviously just rip these off the runners, but I think they'll look a little bit nicer if you clip them. So this might be a long video, because without instructions, you just never know. I've built one before. It was a really long video because I had no clue where like certain parts went, what was left, what was right. It's a nice little color. It's not common to see this color from Gundam. It's like a dark blue but it's not quite just blue. Maybe there's a hint of green in there. Yeah, see, so if you clip, you only have that much stress mark, but let's see if I just tear this off. Where you have that, it's literally torn out plastic material. So that's why I tend to clip my stuff. Although these are just joints, you'll never see. But this is definitely a visible spot. These look like shoulder pieces. Sure where these belong. Alright, let's let the guesswork begin. I'm pretty sure these are the legs, but they're not symmetric. There's pegs on one side. So this probably is for the other side. Maybe it goes like this? No, maybe those have nothing to do with it. This has nothing to do with it. These are the shoulders. And they aren't symmetric either. There's a longer peg, so I'm not sure. This looks like... I don't know. This looks like a foot. And where's the bottom of the feet? I guess these are the bottom of the feet. Alright, well... So... I see. I think it goes like this, maybe? What goes on this side? Oh, maybe this. Alright, so maybe this. Just looking at that photo, maybe this is the back side. Let's see, where's the other one? Okay, so I think that's correct. I think, I don't know. It's just putting that on, it looks symmetric now. So, what would I have to assume this would be the outside, being the thicker side? Well, let's just leave it there for now. Well, I guess I'll just pop in this foot. Okay, so now we can figure this one out. This goes here. And this one goes here. Okay. Now these are the shoulders. This looks like a shoulder part. The back side of one, though. Maybe like this. That's the front side. That's a different front side. Alright, there's a big peg hole here, so that makes me believe this goes in here. Alright, and so this round thing belongs on this side of the torso. Okay, big positive clicking sound. So this is probably the back skirt. Okay. This is the head. I think we're going to have to take this apart to get the face in there, and then we might have to use stickers to get the eyes on it. So I think this must be the face. Yeah, it's got a visor, and it's a pink one. Now this, I think, is going to peel off in the future, but for this video, you know, I got to put something in there. I'm not going to, later on I'll just paint this thing, but for now. It is a nice color. It's like metallic magenta color. I didn't put that sticker down enough. Oh well. Yeah, you gotta take a little more time than I did. So there's a peg hole there. Nothing else, it seems. And then a sticker has to go up in that section. This little guy here. You might want to just put that sticker on before you put the thing in the head. But obviously you can do it after the fact. I just think it'd be easier if you did it the other way. Okay, so then there's a little white piece, this thing I guess. That's pretty tight. I don't think that'll fall out soon. No rear sticker though, sadly. This goes on the back, and it's got these little flight thruster attachments, it looks like these. I assume this goes like this. I assume, because there's no back photo, but the thruster's horizontal in this position. And frankly, if it looked like this, you'd have a thruster pointing forward, so, or upwards. I guess it's nice that you can just swap it around, you know? But I'm pretty sure it's meant to be this way. I do like that they're on ball pegs because you can obviously cant them out like that, cant them in, and then obviously rotate them up and down. So that's cool. And then there's holes there as well, but I don't think anything goes in them right now. It's nice to have options in the future. So forearms, it's gotta be these. And they look symmetric, so there's no left right, which is nice. Just pop a hand in any one of them. There we go. That one went in. No clicking though. No click sound. Okay. What's covering up the front end? This little white piece is for the cockpit door, I guess. Ooh, almost lost it. Just looking at the photo, I don't know what the top is. The shorter side or the longer side? Well, I guess I'll just try. You know, it might have been symmetric. No, I don't think it is, but that worked where the wider part is up top. You might, I don't know if you can see, it's a little bit wider on the top edge. Very nice, I like that little tiny detail. Alright, we are running out of parts, so this must be the front crotch piece, and it traps the skirts here. It is asking for a sticker there, but there's a three-dimensional V, so I think I'm going to skip it. I think it's going this, no. V is upwards. Okay. And then this actually pegs into that, I guess. So go. Or does it? I think it actually comes upwards, according to that image on the... That's weird. You can make your own jokes about that thing. Okay, whatever. Alright, well, yeah, so that's supposed to be black. Some pink, these magenta stickers go up in here. That's really recessed, it's not easy. I can't do this. So that sticker might actually stay there because it's flat. It's just really hard to get in there being so far in. There's a little bit of a curvature on the bottom of the sticker, so be mindful of that. You want it to curve on the bottom. See, now I'm tearing the paper sticker. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, it's gonna have to do. that's just, then these round things go into the round holes. But again, they're quite recessed, so it might be tough. Boy, a bunch of white stickers. Where? I see one goes here. But see, there's this little ridge, and you want to sand that. I have a feeling that that'd be a primary location where it wants to peel out, because if you start moving the thing. So I'm going to skip that. I think these are supposed to maybe go around the feet possibly, and they're compound curves, so they're going to work their way out. Now this one's possible though. But where would it go? Number 20. I don't see a big area for that. Yeah. Well, I'm just going to leave the rest alone. Alright, so these legs I think can go on now. You're going to pop the ball into the back. See how it's a little bit, it's more circular there? But you can't really pop them into the top. They won't go in. So that's why I'm putting the leg on backwards. And then twist it around. Maybe these are hip guards. Yeah, I think that's what they are. The little pegs on the hips. Yeah, okay. Amazingly, this wasn't that difficult to put together without instructions. So let's go through a little articulation here. Get a different light angle here. So I can't see what I'm doing. Hold on. Alright. So, the head being on a ball peg, you got good side-to-side movement. Front, down, up, and not so good on the up. It's colliding. These shoulders are nicely designed. You got this hinge inside, and it so you can get the shoulder really high up or really far down. Look at the difference in shoulder height. Very cool, right? So you can rotate this on that shoulder, and then this thing pivots there, right? And then you can the forearm as a ball peg, and so it can bend quite well actually. It can until it collides with the shoulder. Very tight, you know, no major gappiness there. So that's good. The hand really only rotates though because it's just flat against there. I guess you could pull it out, you know, and then get a little bit of angle. Yeah, that's an option. Okay, so then the torso, you have a hinge there, so the side-to-side swing is quite good. Right. And then you can rotate this, and that's how you can also remove it entirely. And then, yeah, the hip moves out nicely, so almost a split, you know, pretty good mobility there. And then you can move it forward, because this little skirt here will clear out. And look at that, a little high step action. Knee bends around 90 degrees. The back though is going to hit that thruster thing, unless that shield comes off. But yeah, look at that, you could actually crouch it down like that. Alright, move that back. Yeah, so these grooves just go around those pegs, but they don't really click in, you know. I kind of wish there was some way that you would flex past those pegs and click on. But nope. You know, I think I put these legs on backwards. I think that thruster's on the should be on the outside. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So now I can stand with the feet much tighter. Alright, speaking of the feet, they can move forward a little bit, back a better amount, inwards a little bit, and outwards quite a lot. So that means, let's see, we can get the guy that far apart with both of the feet on the ground. So that's pretty good. all in all, it's pretty cool, but you'll notice this thing has no weapons whatsoever. It's just like a, almost seems like it would be a reconnaissance robot with no weaponry. Just a thruster pack thing. Let's see, this thing actually could probably just be on its own as like a scout ship. Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't have like a 3mm. Oh wait, I guess that is a 3mm hole, so you could put it on a peg stand if you wanted to, and just have it, you know, next to it. But the back does look a little bit weird with this just pegs and stuff there. The back of the leg is kind of neat how it has those hoses. If you put some paint on those, that would look pretty cool. All right, so pretty neat robot with some name I don't know. Rezel, maybe, again, that's what I'm guessing, without memory. Alright, so here we have some extra parts, and let's see, now we got some weapons, a rifle and a big cannon, it looks like. Be careful to make sure you take all the parts out of this bag. Very often for some reason, I just don't take all the parts out of the bag. And I think it's probably because I'm actually making a video and thinking about what to say next. But very often I have to go back and find the part that I was missing. Okay, again, clip these things. Reduce stress marks. Wings. These look quite familiar. I wonder if they're the same shoulders as the original one, just mirrored now in the back. So I assume this wing belongs with this piece, so they're on the same runner. Or not. I don't know, that looks weird. Oh, maybe I just put it upside down. That looks better. Okay, it's kind of like an F-14. Very neat. Okay, and these must be perhaps the bottom parts. This. Okay, so that's cool. Let's see. Oh, it's a different face entirely, so you can have a green face, which I probably won't bother changing for this video. See if I can put this one on better. Crooked. I think I actually did end up better. I think maybe using your fingers might be better. The problem is, if you have oily fingers, you're gonna ruin the adhesive, and it's also harder to get the thing off your finger than a fine needle. So yeah, alright, so you can go green if you want, but I actually prefer the pink. I debate if I want to buy a second one. and just have it stock. We'll have to see what this ends up looking like. I see. So I think these just switch out the shoulders to green, right, instead of the pink. So that's not much of an upgrade in my opinion. I thought maybe they would go on the back side and the shoulders would be like symmetric. But I might as well just pop these in here. Alright, so they're green. I thought they were going to go here. Maybe they still can. You know, let's find out. Let's find out here. Take this off. Let's see. So, can it go? No, it cannot. That would have been neat, right, if they're symmetric like that with green, preferably maybe green in the front and red in the back. But no. Alright, so I'm going to keep the guy pink. Those will not be used. This thing fell off again. So, I guess instead of these thruster things, we can swap out to actual F-14 wings. So I think that's a pretty cool little upgrade for super flight. And what about this? Maybe, nope, nope. This doesn't come apart, right? Or does it? It did. Huh, nope, I thought it was going to go here, but I don't think it does. Still, interesting that nothing goes into these holes here. I thought maybe these were going to go in there. This is a mystery right now. Right, I don't see any... Again, they don't have any rear images. It's so silly. It's so silly. Like, honestly, I don't think these need to be so big. I don't think they need to show these two other robots. They should have a back image of this robot right here. Right? Yeah, the product packaging people are not very smart, in my opinion, for Mobility Joint. Well, I know this obviously goes here. This is a nebulous piece. Unless there's an art like a, oh, look at this. I didn't even notice this. It's a shield, I think. These are some gun parts. Okay, so this is popping into one of these holes. You can pivot around a little bit. And then it goes into the bottom of an arm. So let's go with this one. Let's put it on the wrong side, my bad. Or, well, I'll just put it on this side of the body. I think there must be two pieces for this. Yeah, so it's an extendable folding arm. What I don't know is like, why does it have a small peg there? Oh, I guess you could just peg it right onto the arm. Let's do that first because I'm going to ultimately use this last. So let's move that arm forward. Alright, so it'll just slap on there. And then this big gun looking thing. Well, the sight can go into either side, I guess. So that's good that you can make it left or right. This thing. I see what's going on here. This ball can go into one of those holes and can store the rifle on this thing. What I'm trying to figure out is how to get this on the arm. Because I don't think it actually has a handle except for this thing. But there's nothing long enough. This one doesn't seem to want any more. See, they don't have a picture of this holding this cannon whatsoever. It's on the back. Maybe it's only supposed to go in the back. Yeah. I was hoping it would be able to hold it like a giant rifle, right? Like here. But I guess not. Alright, well, so let's pop this in here. That's one way you can mount it, but it looks like the scope is off. It looks like the gun is actually vertical. So, that makes me think maybe you have to use this one. Yeah, you do. That's really hard to get apart now. It's almost like it's popped together. I'm gonna have to push this out with a tool or something. That will not come out. I'll be back. Torture. So if that goes in there, then you could have the gun like this. And that's how it's shown on the box. What's nice is you can still use this little flight thing, right? It just sits in the gap. And so you can pose that thing back, or you can bring it up forward. Let's see, like this. Although the scope, kind of gets in the way, but maybe if it clears that thruster. Alright, so that's interesting. This foregrip, though, is a bit of a mystery still. So I'm going to pop this over here. I was curious. Yeah, I guess you can pop a thruster on the side of him, or this wing. It would be interesting if there were two of those things, so then you could actually put wings on both arms. But that's interesting. Okay, so let's go back. So that, yeah, I guess, yeah. So that's how you just put this shield thing on the arm on the side of the arm instead of the bottom of the arm, and you can actually rotate it a slight bit, but it does collide here, so maybe not. Yeah, alright, a little bit like that and that. The gun has a lot of nice details in it. Alright, so that's it maxed out. Let's put this back in storage. Decent articulation there. Typical shoulder articulation there. Right. And then the legs, they're pretty good. Not much getting in the way there. So and there's a little pink beam saber. Didn't even talk about that. So you can have this guy with 3 weapons on. It's just these things are still nebulous to me. Oh, I see. Well, one thing you could definitely do is extend this arm where the back cannon is. So you can put it to some use. Hold on. I see. I have to go in the other way. Oh, look at that. That's where that thing goes. This gun has 2 halves, but it was already assembled, so I didn't know that. It's a foregrip. Alright, so let's take this apart now. Which way it's supposed to go in. I assume this way though. So it can fold down. Okay, so now it can carry. You know, it can just, well, I don't know if it can hold it because this thing's in the way. So that's strange. Huh. Almost like I want to have this here. And then I want something else to peg into that. You can just take a piece of the molding sprue, pop it in there, and you can mount it that way. And then this foregrip folds away, which is kind of neat how that vanishes. Alright, back to the matter at hand though. I was going to put this on the back with this super extension. So now it can hide back there. Pretty far. And then you just end up with these 2 leftover pieces. Yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's, I suppose, if you took some sprue, you know, runner sprue. No, this requires a ball. It's not a 3mm. I was thinking right there, but no. Alright, well, you're going to have 2 leftover pieces, so it's pretty bulky though with all this stuff on, of course, but there's a lot of playability with this one, with the wings and stuff, so whoop. So some other characters. This is from the same wave, I guess. Unicorn, just the stock one. I didn't get the EX set for that one. I forget which wave this is, but it's Rose and Zulu. And so these 2 have, you know, added some details to them. You know, painting the feet. This one I painted the red. And this is a stock Zeong from the first wave. Of course, it's out of balance. So So what's nice about these mobility joints is because they're so small, they're so light, they can hold their pose very easily. And I find only the shoulder pads want to come off very often, but no big deal. So let's get those out of here. There's different videos on all those other ones. So this one's interesting. It's okay. You know, it's not a bad mobility joint. But I can't say I'm really motivated to get another one because this is so similar to the stock one that I don't feel a need to buy another one and just leave a stock version. I'm just going to leave this one the way it is, and that'll be that. Alright, well, I still got to get the Sinanju out of this particular wave. That's a given. I got to just order one. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next mobility joint video. Bye.